Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be choosing my TBR from my two little TBR jars here. I think everybody kind of knows how this goes, so let's just jump into it. I've been dying to do this video all month. I'll be filming an April wrap up at some point, and that'll probably be the next video that comes out, so you can check that out to hear my thoughts on all the books that we read, which includes a lot of the pretty popular books that just recently released, like Silver Elite and Shield of Sparrows. So that'll be a fun one to watch to catch up on everything. Without further ado, let's go ahead and jump in to picking my TBR. Just like always, we'll start out with the little jar here that has my books that have been on my TBR the longest. So I like to pick at least one from this jar, and to be honest, I've really been loving picking these books that have been on my TBR the longest because so far I've loved every single one that I've read. So I think I'm just gonna pick two this month, and we'll see how that goes. I'll pick two, and hopefully I can get to both of them. Always, I'm scared. This one's like stuffed, so there's really no like shaking it up. I don't even know what I'm trying to do. Oh, well, we already got one. I'm nervous. I'm gonna show you guys first. What is it? Looks like a long one. Crown of Oaths and Curses. Okay. I'm looking at it right now. Okay, wow. That was a good start. Crown of Oaths and Curses by J. Bree. I think I talked about this recently on one of my maybe book haul videos. I can't remember, but this has been on my like mental / Kindle TBR for years. And then I finally found this copy at Half Price Books, which is kind of like super random because this is an indie published version. So finding it at Half Price Books is kind of special. So I picked it up, and it's definitely unread, and she's definitely a little chunky, but I've been flying through my chunky romanticises recently, so this is going to be actually a really good one. And I'm excited. How long is this? This is like well over 600 pages. But if I do love this series, then that's really exciting. I know that the raven-haired reader, Rachel, she really loves this series. So she got me kind of like re-excited to pick this up. So there's our first book. Wow, it's very exciting. That was a very, very good first pick. I have been going a little crazy with romanticises recently, so I'm very excited about that one. Where are we gonna put these? So that was one. Wow, should we even pick a second one? Because that was a long one. Yeah, let's do it. I'm gonna try and go for the bottom. Maybe. Okay, here we go. Haven't looked at it yet. Oh, is that a Discovery of Witches again? We can't do that. I picked this last month. I just need to like set her. I'll put her in the little canoe for now. We'll put her back in the fall because I'm not reading that book until the fall. I'm really scared. So we're picking a second one. Maybe I should just leave that on there. Oh, Emily Wilde's and the Map of the Otherlands. Okay, this is a good one. This is actually a really, really good one to have for the spring. Let me grab it. So this is our second book, the Emily Wilde's Map of the Otherlands. This came out, I want to say last summer. I can't remember exactly, but I just absolutely adore these editions. I just love how they kind of made it look like an encyclopedia. And I love the printed hardcover. I just love everything about this book. And then also inside is even more beautiful and sweet and fun and like kind of quirky. I just had a fun time reading the first one. It was definitely very, very cozy, kind of slow going, but if I'm in that kind of mood, this will be perfect. And yeah, I've been sitting on this book for a little while, so I'm excited I grabbed this. This is the perfect time to have read it. So yeah, that's exciting. Okay, so second book on the TBR. Wow. I'm already very excited. Very, very excited. Okay, so that was two from our books that have been on our TBR the longest. These are the mandatory reads every month. I got cold, so I had to put a sweater on. All right. Now we're gonna pick from our big jar. This jar is just full of a bunch of random prompts that I have gathered from the internet or my brain, and some that I think are gonna give us some really fun picks. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick 5. We usually pick 5 from this jar. All right, first one. Feels like we've picked this already. First book you see on Instagram? Oh my god. Okay, this will be really, really fun. I'm currently filming this on my phone, so I need to grab my laptop, so I'll be right back. Okay, so I actually grabbed my little iPad here. So I have my Instagram pulled up. I guess this is like a little shameless plug. If you haven't followed me on Instagram yet, you should. It's Rousel Reads. I have so much fun on there. Oh my god, I actually just hit 800 subscribers. That's really fun. Or what is that? Followers? Guys, I don't know. All right, we're getting distracted already. So we need to pick the first book on my physical TBR that I see on Instagram. So I guess I'll just show you as we go because, girl, I don't know how to do the whole video thing and put it on the screen. So these are my book besties. Say hello. We'll just scroll. Wait a minute. I just got really excited because, is this June's TBR? Are you seeing what I'm seeing right now? Wait a minute. You've got to be kidding me. This is actually perfect. Do you guys know what this book is? It's, what is it called? I cannot believe that just happened. Wow. That could not have gone any more perfect. This book is on my most anticipated releases of this whole entire year. I love E. Schwab with my life. This is Bury Your Bones in the Midnight Soil. I have had this book pre-ordered since, I don't even know, the announcement that she gave when it was first announced. This is gonna be our third book on this month's TBR. I'm gonna read this anyways in June. There's nobody that's gonna tell me I can't do it. And now I kind of feel bad because this is not on my physical TBR, but it will be. So maybe I need to pick another prompt for this. But that'll make 8 books, and that's kind of like a lot. You know what? We're gonna do it. We're gonna pick another prompt. So Bury Your Bones in the Midnight Soil. I'm going to read this book regardless, but we'll just go ahead and put it on our TBR, and I'm going to go purchase this book anyways when it gets released. I actually have it pre-ordered on Amazon. This will be our honorary TBR holder for right now, and we're gonna pick a second prompt in replacement of this one because this is already on there. So let's just do that. Wow, I cannot believe that just happened. Yay. All right, so we're still picking 5 more. All right. That's a long one. A book you want to live in based on the cover or title. That is super fun. A book I want to live in based on the cover or the title. I'm looking at one right now. I have read so much fantasy recently that I kind of think I need to pick a lit fic or something. We already have 3 fantasies. But girl, that's what I've been reading, so that makes perfect sense. I know. I already know. Okay. We're gonna be reading Night Weaver in June. I'm very, very excited for this one. I've had this on my TBR, my mental TBR, for a long time. Like, back when I got back into reading 2 years, 3 years ago, however long it was. And so really, really want to get to this book. And recently she was picked up by a publisher, I guess, and I found this at Barnes, which is really cool. But this book, I want to read, what is the question? A book you want to live in based on the cover or title. I want to live in this book because this is Pirates of the Caribbean romantasy style. And for whatever reason, recently I have just been craving being by the ocean and water and ships and Pirates of the Caribbean and all of that stuff. So this has just been on my mind a lot recently, along with this one, along with Twisted Thrones, because this is also like a very summery, like Pirates of the Caribbean-esque on the ocean style book. So both of these I really, really want to read. I'm going to pick this one for this prompt, and maybe we'll hold on to this one as a option for another prompt, hopefully. So Night Weaver is going to be our 4th book on the TBR. That was very, very romantasy heavy, and I am absolutely obsessed. 4 more. This is going to be such a good month, I can already tell. Let's just keep the vibes going. This is a long one, or at least it looks long. I can't read that. Is that upside down? Oh man, wait. A book greater than 300 pages. Okay, this is not bad because I literally can choose anything that's over 300 pages. So I'm gonna choose this one, The Twisted Throne, because this is well over 300 pages. Yeah, just about 500. So, oh, I can't wait to get into this one. I've been super excited ever since I picked it up, ever since I knew it was coming out. So I'm very excited to get into this one. So this is gonna be our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is our 5th book on our TBR. Also, are you seeing these colors? These colors are gorgeous. All right, 3 more. This is going so well. I'm nervous. That's not going to go well anymore. I didn't see it, I promise. Wait. A book with a blue cover. I have a lot of blue cover books. I need to pick a literary fiction or something. Last time we got this prompt, I picked a Fitzcarraldo edition, and now that kind of seems too obvious, so we need to pick something other than that. Ooh, that looks like a good one. This one looks really good, but it seems wintry, which is fine. It's definitely wintry. All right, this is it. I really want to read this. This is like, I actually don't know what it's about. I'm gonna read the last little paragraph in this synopsis. It says, Blackwood's Blue Sky is a novel with life and death stakes about the love between a mother and a daughter and the allure of a wild life, about what we gain and what it might cost us. So that sounds really good. It looks like they're living in Alaska. It's a fable about what is to love, a tale of longing, a call to renew our deepest bonds with the living world. It will draw you along like a fast-moving stream, and you will find yourself in places you have never been. Yeah, that sounds really good. So this is going to be our, I don't even know, 6th book? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 6th book on the TBR. Got 2 more. Got it. I'm kind of thinking like I want to trade this last one. We'll talk about it at the end. I might want to trade this one for another one. We'll see. What does that say? A book that you bought in another city or state. Oh, that's fun. And I know exactly what it's going to be. I feel like I need to think harder on these because I'm just like jumping into it. And it's kind of, this one's kind of easy because we just moved here from North Carolina. Well, I guess, geez, see, it's already over a year. It feels like 6 months ago we moved here, but it's been a year. But we did just travel to North Carolina, and of course I had to buy a book, so I'll grab it. This is The Amalfi Curse, a novel by Sarah Penner. She's the author of The Lost Apothecary, which I have not read yet, but I know that that is a book that's been going around for a while now, and it does look really interesting, but I've just been, I don't hear a lot of people talking about it, so I haven't picked it up yet, but I did pick up this one. One, because the cover is super pretty, and I mean, to be honest, I'm not really a huge fan of sprayed edges. Usually, I don't know. I just feel like it's overdone at this point, and it kind of like takes away the specialness of having one. But the premise of this book sounds really, really interesting. Essentially, she is traveling to the Amalfi Coast and is trying to solve this mystery, like a curse mystery or something. This book is just screaming summer to me. I mean, it's the Amalfi Coast, so like, I should have picked this one for the blue cover. This is the one I was actually thinking about switching for this one, but now we'll just go ahead and have both on the TBR, and that actually works out really well. So yay, that's perfect. I think we're getting a good balance now. It's not just romantasy. We're adding a little bit of lit fiction too. Now we just need like a little contemporary romance or something. Is this our last one? Wow, it happened so fast. That one feels like it's been opened, so we're gonna pick another one. All right, this one has not been opened yet. Fun. I've been wanting to pick this one. So we're gonna use our trusty little iPad here, and I'm gonna pull up a number generator. And I think what we're gonna do is we'll start with this shelf and count, and then we'll go straight into my fantasy TBR shelf and just count. And so I'll put in a number, we'll just say 1 to 100. We've got our number generator here. So I'm just gonna spin it, and I guess we'll we'll get a number and we'll just count. There are some books on the litfic section that I'm scared to read right now, but I guess that's what this is for. So we're spinning. It spins a lot. I'm so scared. 74! I guess we'll count to 74. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 51, 52, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74? This is number 74 is Thistlefoot by Gina Rose Nethercott. I'm excited to read this book. This is not at all what I was thinking that I would be reading this month. So this is not at all what I thought I would be reading this month, but am I excited? Absolutely. This, to me, just looks like a Howl's Moving Castle for adults, and I'm pretty sure that that's what it's advertised as, essentially. So I'm excited to read it. I have not read Howl's Moving Castle, but I just know that everybody loves that book so much. It's very just like dear to people's hearts kind of book. And I don't know, this just like cover art just gives me fun, like almost Hansel and Gretel fairy tale story. So yeah, I'm excited. I picked this up at the bookstore and just like carried it around for a long time every time I went to the store, and then I finally found it at Half Price Books, and so I picked it up. Is that our last book? 1, 2, 3. I guess this is our last book. So this is our TBR for June. I think we've got a lot of interesting reads. I think they're all going to be really fun. I'm very excited about every single one of these books, and all for their own reasons. We've got a good mix of books that have been on my TBR for a long time, as well as like new purchases like this one and this one and this one, I guess. But the others have been on my TBR for a hot minute, so that's really exciting. I'm very ready to read all of these, and I wish I read faster because I just want to get to them all. And then I also have the new V. Schwab release, Bury Your Bones in the Midnight Soil. So I'll definitely be reading that when it comes out on the 10th. And wow, thank you guys so much for being here with me today and helping me pick out my June TBR. I will update you guys as we go on through the month how the TBR is going. And then if you guys are curious about my May TBR and how that went, then I'll be putting up an April wrap-up. I keep saying April. I'll be putting up a May wrap-up video here soon, and we'll talk about all the books that I read in May and my thoughts and feelings on those. So I hope you guys have a wonderful week and a wonderful weekend, and I will see you guys in the next video next Saturday. Bye, guys.